It's like two sides of a coin.
Yeah, like they are similar, but they are the opposite.
Yes.
Like
Because almost all the processes are similar, but the thing is that one is used for purchase.
sales and the other one is for purchase.
So that's
We
the
have
three
one
step.
more thing.
Yes.
Drop shipping.
Yes, drop shipping we have, and like three-way matching.
Yeah, three-way matching, drop shipping. Oh my god, that's the important part of sales, Guru.
For managing the stocks of the purchases, we'll be connected to the inventory module, and we have the accounting module to manage the bills and other accounting data.
That's not the end. Then we have to validate the receipt and all.
Yeah.
A receipt will be generated, and then you have to validate it. Like you have to validate the quantity and all, like the ordered, delivered quantities. So many things are there. Hello dear viewers, welcome back to Tech Tonic powered by Cybrosys. This is your host Aishwarya and this is your co-host
Zarina.
So today in today's episode we are going to talk about what, Jarina?
All about the purchase module of Odoo 19.
Yes. So today we'll be talking about the purchase module. Like we have already talked about the sales module and all. So here it's all about purchase. Now sales and purchase has a connection. Like they are brothers or sisters. What will we
We
call
can
them?
say that it's like two sides of a coin.
Yeah. Like they are similar, but they are the opposite.
Yes.
Like
Because almost all the processes are similar, but the thing is that one is used for
sales and the other one is for purchase.
purchasing the item.
Now, if like in for sales module, it's quotation, and in purchase module, it's
RFQ.
and here we have the invoicing, the other place we have the billing. Like similar things happens. So I'm not confusing you all. Let's get directly into the video. First of all, what is purchase module?
Purchase module is basically used for handling the procurement and the vendor management.
Okay.
So if you want to buy an item to your stock, you can just go with the purchase module.
Yeah, I think everything, including services, can also be bought, right?
Yes.
So buying the services like and goods is what we manage in the purchase module, and along with that, I think we can manage the products also in the
Yes.
purchase module.
Yes.
So that's the very first thing.
And the main thing about the purchase module is the RFQ. RFQ is basically known as request for quotation, and that is the initial step in a purchase module. So it's not an actually a confirmed order. Rather, it's a quotation that's created to know what are the items that
Like something that we give to the vendor, right?
Yes.
And in sales, quotation is for customers.
Yes.
Here,
exactly.
RFQ is for vendors.
And it's simply a document. So once you click on the confirm button of RFQ, that will be moving on to the purchase order.
Okay, so in simple words, we can say purchase order is simply a confirmed RFQ.
Yes.
Okay, so that's what takes place. Now, the whole flow of the module is really simple.
Yeah.
You create an RFQ, confirm, like that is the beginning of the thing, and the end is confirming it to a purchase order. And in between, certain things take place like adding the products, billing, doing the payment, and all such things.
Adding the sections.
Yeah.
Then
So this is the main flow of the entire module, and all other things are things that are required to support this procedure.
yes, exactly.
And another important thing is the vendor management.
Yes.
So here we have a whole section for managing the vendors alone. So vendors and customers and all are kind of similar. Like the creation and all is really, I mean, it's same.
Yes.
Not similar,
exactly,
it's same. Yeah.
And the difference that you can find under an RFQ is that we have the product catalog. So when you choose a particular vendor in the RFQ, and when you try to choose the item through the catalog, you will be only getting the product that related to that particular or selected vendor. But if you're not,
I think we can assign products to vendors, right?
yes. And if you haven't designated a particular vendor to the RFQ, and when you try to get the product, you would be able to see all the product that is available in your database. But if you just choose a particular vendor, you'll be only getting the product will be filtered based on the selected vendor. And apart from that, in Odoo 19, we have a new feature that is we can make the replenishment from the Odoo catalog itself, like from the catalog of RFQ itself. So we can just filter based on with the previous item that we purchased with the past 7 days or with any particular period, and Odoo will give you the suggestion how much quantity you need to replenish. And if you want to,
Now, before that, I think we have to explain what replenishment is,
yeah,
right? So
Yeah.
what is basically this replenishment?
is a process of keeping the items in our warehouse. Like you are running a business and you will be always setting a minimum quantity that to be set in your warehouse.
Like we are never keeping it out of stock.
Yeah.
That's what the entire thing is about.
Yeah. So let's imagine that we are running a shop of laptop. Okay. So the quantity of laptop just falls below 5, but the minimum quantity that we always set is 5. So whenever the quantity falls 5 or below, we need to automatically replenish the item. That is, we need to automatically create a purchase order to purchase the item and keep it in our
I think
warehouse.
we have to set a rule for that, right?
Yes, that is a reordering rule.
Yeah.
So while managing the replenishment rule, we can do it manually or automatically. If we are just going with the triggering as automatic, then whenever the quantity falls below the minimum quantity, there the the reordering will be done.
Taking place.
Yes, taking place. But if you are just going with the manual one, then if you want to designate separate vendor other than the designated vendor, you can use the manual one. And you can that would also help you to compare the prices or with your previous experience or any other thing. You can change the vendor there if you're just going with the manual one.
Like it seems to be a small module, like if you look from outside, but there are a lot of operations that you can really, do inside the module. Now we were talking about the RFQ.
Yeah.
So the major step or the initial step is to create an RFQ. After creating an RFQ, you have to validate everything and then you can send the RFQ. Okay, that's an option. If you want, you can send it.
You know what? In Odoo 19, we have the option to send the RFQ to the vendor side. We know in the sales module that option were available. Once we create a quotation, if we want to send that quotation to the customer, we have the option to send the quotation to the customer. But this feature is right now available in Odoo 90, like sending of the quotation to the customer separately. We know that there are 3 stages available, like quotation send, and
sale order.
Sale order.
In sales mode.
Sales module. Likewise, that options are right now available in the purchase order, like RFQ, RFQ sent, and purchase order. So if you want to send that separately, you can just go ahead with that.
So that's the first step, as I said before, like you can send it directly to the supplier. And then once everything is okay, you can confirm it to a purchase order. That's the very third thing. Like that's not the end. Then we have to validate the receipt and all. A receipt will be generated and then you have to validate it. Like you have to validate the quantity and all, like the ordered, delivered quantity. So many things are there.
And while purchasing the item also, you can set the custom load number and serial number also. And in Odoo 19, we have a new feature to set the custom load number. The custom load number will be automatically created during the time of manufacturing. So we know actually Odoo is a platform that is integrated with every module. So even if we are just dealing with the purchase module, that will be having a connection with the manufacturing module. Even in the time of the item, the components, if not available, that will be connected.
That is the main point of integration, right?
Manufacturing module. And for managing the stocks of the purchases, will be connected to the inventory module. And we have the accounting module to manage the bills and other accounting data.
It's like a family.
Yes.
Like so many members. Everybody is connected. Odoo. And after that, you have to validate the receipt.
Yeah.
So validating, in the sense, you will have to validate everything regarding the products and all such things. And comes finally the bill.
Yeah.
Which is simply called as vendor bills. Now you can, if you go to the accounting module, you have a separate section for this purchase, right?
Yeah.
Where you can manage the vendor bills, like for existing ones or even new bills can be created over there. So that's the whole point, and we've already talked about the vendor management. Okay, and you've heard about the reordering rules. And another important thing that comes over here is the purchase agreements.
Yeah.
So by default, it won't be available there. Okay, you have to go to the configuration settings and there you can see this purchase agreement. So only once you enable that, you will be getting this option. Now here you have 3 options. Now in the settings itself, if you enable this purchase agreements, underneath you can find a thing called purchase alternatives. Now in earlier, 2-3 versions before, I guess, we had a thing called
Odoo 17. Till Odoo 17,
yeah, we had
for tender.
Yeah, call for tender. But now it is purchase alternative. So once you enable this purchase alternative can be done inside the purchase order. If you just take a look at the order line, you can see a purchase alternative. Like I am ordering, like suppose this juice. Okay, I'm ordering for grape juice. So I have 3 vendors, A, B and C. for 5 quantity or 5 bottles of the very same juice, one vendor is selling it for 5 rupees, the other one for 10 and the other one for 50. So obviously, like without Odoo, obviously I'll be choosing the 5 rupee one because that's the cheaper one, obviously. Now if you want the like expensive one, you can go for that. I'm talking about myself. So here in Odoo, what happens is that in such case, you can create one RFQ. From there, you can create an alternative for the very same product but different vendor.
Yeah.
From there, you can create another one. Like how many vendors you want, that much times you can create alternative from the existing RFQ itself. And you will be...
Upon looking onto the delivery time and all, you can just get the item.
Yeah, and another interesting thing is that Odoo will suggest you. Now, you can compare these alternatives. There's an option to compare the lines. So, if you compare, if you have created 3 alternatives, one will be like one has the amount and all in green color, which means Odoo is giving us an option. So, this is the better one. Either you can go for that or choose another one. And what happens is that once you choose a single one, the others get cancelled automatically. So, that's the simple concept of purchase alternative. Then you have the other thing, which is blanket order. So here in purchase alternative, the thing is that same product, same quantity, different vendor. There, same product, same vendor, but different quantities. Like if I want 50 quantity of the product, I can buy it as like, what will I say? Like installment and all we say, no? Likewise, if I have 50 quantities, I can buy it from one vendor, 20 quantities from one, 30 from one. Likewise, I can complete that particular order. And then you have one more thing here in the, once you enable this, you can find a thing called purchase template. So that's exactly the sales quotation template. So you are presetting one. Without vendor, you can create, or even with vendor, you can create and set one. And in terms where you have such a situation where you have to use all these products, you can use this ready-made template. And it will...
So you don't need to manually or individually manage the adding of the item to a particular vendor.
It will save a lot of your time. Like, you know what quotation template is? It's exactly the same in terms of purchase. So that's the purchase agreement section.
Yeah.
That's it. Then what we have? Then we have the products.
Yes, products. We can manage with variants of the product. We can purchase different variants. And we know 3 types of products are available. All those can be managed under the purchase module.
I think products are almost there in sales, purchase,
everything is
in every module.
Same.
Yeah.
And talking about the units of measurement, there comes the change in Odoo 19.
Yeah.
Okay. Now in Odoo 19, we have the units of measurement as well as packages. So let's imagine that I have created a reference unit called unit, and it will be having one quantity. Now let's say I just want to manage a package for that quantity, and I want to manage the classes. Like this classes. Okay, so I can just purchase the item with a single quantity or as a package. So the other one is box, and it will have 6 quantity. Let's imagine. So when I create the product glass, and there you can find a field called package. And for multiple vendors, we can set multiple units of measurement over there. In previous version, we know we were able to add only a single units of measurement. But right now, we can
multiple
measures can be added.
That's a new information for me.
Yeah. So when you just add a particular product into your order lines and with the different quantity, and when you set the packages, that package will be auto-populated under the UOM. So currently the UOM as well as the packaging is interconnected.
So these much things we have inside the
purchase.
Purchase, you are surprising me.
And we know while managing with the receiving of the product, there are different ways to receive the item. It can be 1 step, 2 step, or 3 step. If we are just enabling 1 step, we know the purchase module is integrated with the inventory module. So if you want to receive the item to your warehouse with a single step, then you will be directly getting the item from the warehouse. You will be receiving in 1 step. There you won't be checking the quality or will not be moving to any other destination for picking or packing. But if you want to just do everything in separate steps, you can just manage that. And you can also manage it in the 3 steps. Like you can just pick the item, pack the item, and you can just receive the item to the warehouse. So that's
We
the
have
three
one
step.
more thing.
Yes.
Drop shipping.
Yes,
Oh
drop
my-
shipping we have, and like three-way matching.
Yeah, three-way matching, drop shipping. Oh my God, that's the important part of sales module. Now, drop shipping is really simple.
Yeah.
You are the vendor.
Mm.
I have a customer. My customer sitting here. Okay. So you and my customer are in the same location. So if that customer needs, I mean, I have to give a product to the customer. I don't have to take it from the vendor and give it to the customer. That's actually double work.
Yeah.
So I can make you give her the same, I mean, the product,
Yeah,
because
without
you share the same location.
Yes, without keeping the item in our warehouse, we can directly deliver the item from
To the
vendor
Yeah, to the
to
customer.
customer. So mainly, the persons like we know, Amazon,
Yeah.
all are using this. So they will not be having a physical location to keep the item. Instead, they will be directly purchasing the item and will be moving the item to the customer side.
That's what takes place. And then we have a very detailed reporting section for purchase module. That is the reporting and analysis, which helps you to track the vendor. You can check the purchase history, the purchase reports, and all such things. So like just by taking a look at it's simply called purchase analysis, but inside that you have a lot of things. Okay. So that
can manage with the filters and
Yeah.
group by your
you have this pivot table as well as the graphical analysis with plenty of measures. So based on your need, you have these measures, these filters and all, which will help you to get your required data. That's it. So I hope that's it.
Yeah, we have completed almost everything.
Yeah, it's actually a small module, but not that small.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and you can also do the customization for this module.
Yeah.
So these are the built-in features that are available in the enterprise edition of Odoo.
Yeah, if we have missed out something, feel free to comment that below, okay?
Yeah, exactly. And
Is that it?
yes.
So that's it, guys. I hope this video was informative for you guys. So we'll be back with another video, right?
Yes.
So thank you so much for watching, and see you guys in the next video.